Welcome to Bachelor Happy Hour's Golden Hour. We are back. Kathy and I are here to talk again.
And we love doing it. And if you haven't listened to our episodes from last week, you really need to check them out. We've been having a great time and you're going to love them.
We loved it. It was so much fun. So today we've got some great fan questions and a couple other fun surprises that you won't want to miss out on. And don't forget, if you have a question for Kathy and I, please send them in. Go to bachelornation.com/golden hour. We've been getting so many great questions from you guys.
Unbelievably great questions. Please do send your questions. But Susan, one of my favorites, we're going to get started with the question of the day. Here we go.
Boy. Okay, go ahead.
What is a wedding hot take that you have? That means like an unpopular opinion about weddings. Like so for me, an unpopular opinion for me is that like the bride has to always wear white.
Or they have to throw the garter or
all that. I mean, I've seen brides wear really pretty suits and pink wedding gowns.
Can wear whatever they want. Yeah.
I know, but that's one of the things. And a lot of people are like, oh no, she's got to be in white.
Tradition.
Yeah, exactly. What's some other ones for you?
I don't know that I really have any. I mean, for me, a new one, which is not new anymore, was the first sight. You know, they take their pictures before the cocktail hour, before the actual ceremony. And my first thought was, but we're not old school anymore. It's not like some of them still sleep together the night before the wedding, you know?
You're absolutely right. And you know what? One of the ones I hated this at my wedding. I don't know if it's unpopular or popular, but when I got married, it was cute to take the cake and sort of ram it in their mouth.
Oh gosh, never. No. I don't like that.
I remember that video that we talked about where he hosed her. What I was like, that's unpopular. Like, no, thank you. We don't need that.
No. Oh.
I don't know. Weddings have changed so much since you and I got married.
They changed with the times, you know.
I mean, I think
does anybody out there have any opinion on that? Because I'd like to hear it.
You mean what's unpotted weddings?
Yes, I do. Mm-hmm.
So
that's when they're putting the ring on their finger. And what I find humorous, I think they get so caught up and nervous and they're repeating after me. A couple times they were looking at me. I go, no, look at him when you say this. You're not marrying me. Or they forget to put the ring on. It's just holding it in her hand. It's so cute. I love it.
I don't know. I think when I got married, you know, back when there was black and white television, you didn't get to write your own vows. No. And I love
they
that.
They also didn't get me to marry you. That wasn't a thing then either.
Oh, you know what? You're right.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've told you this. Not my son that you officiated their wedding back in March. Not Kyle's wedding. Do you know that my oldest son is a wedding officiant?
Yes. We talked
and
about
I asked Kyle, him, do you want your older brother to marry you? No.
Nope.
I want Susan. Okay, let's go.
It was great. All right, Kathy, we have some fan questions.
All right.
Do you want to go first?
All right. So Tara, who is 22, asks, hi, Kathy and Susan. I really need your help. I'm super stressed out and I have no one to talk to about this. I think my best friend might be into my boyfriend. I've been with John for about 1.5 years. He and my best friend, Lindsay, get along really well. When John was looking to get me a birthday gift, he asked Lindsay for advice. Anytime I have people over or we go out with my friends, it's always a huge relief that John has Lindsay to talk to when I'm chatting with other people or hosting. Everything was great until last week. Lindsay, John, and I, and some other friends were getting ready to go out as we usually do. I noticed Lindsay was acting really weird all night. She was visibly uncomfortable anytime John held my hand or gave me a kiss, which is not out of the ordinary. When we got home from our local bar, Lindsay was crying. John noticed first and immediately grabbed me to see what was wrong. When I pulled Lindsay into my room to figure out what was going on, she just kept saying things like, "Why doesn't he like me? Why didn't he ask me out?" When I asked who she was talking about, she would just say, "You don't know him," or "Nothing. It's fine." It's been 2 weeks. And even though she still comes around and acts happier, those mannerisms around John and I still come up. I've asked my other close friend, and she's the one that thinks it might be because he has feelings. It might be because she has feelings for John based on how she acts around us both. Since I don't have any evidence, I have no way to go about this. What should I do?
Ew. Well, when you started this, I thought maybe something that crushes there, but when you finished it, why would the girl say he didn't ask me out if she was talking about John? John would not ask her out.
Exactly.
They would sneak around or something crazy like that, but
Tara, Kathy here. You are 22 years old. I bet you are beautiful. I bet John is fabulous. Sweetie, I promise you, you are nervous and anxious, and you have probably some issues around trusting him. I am guessing this, as Shakespeare would say, much ado about nothing.
Yeah.
I'm guessing Lindsay met a guy at the bar that you probably didn't see or didn't talk, and she probably wants what you and John have. And this guy that you didn't see probably didn't ask her out or didn't get her phone number. And that's what this is about. What do you think, Susan?
And she could be quite jealous of you and John's
Yeah.
relationship and wants that for herself. But don't overthink this.
I know,
I remember I still overthink things, and I'm way better than I used to be. But at 22 years old, don't start something that you're going to regret.
I know. And Lindsay, not Lindsay, Tara, you're young, and I don't mean that in a negative way.
No, right.
You sound passionate and you sound lovely, but here's the thing. You're 22. Let this play out. I really think he's into you and not your girlfriend. Just, take a breath.
Be more secure in yourself.
Yeah, be secure in yourself.
And if you really, really feel like you can't deal, say something to her. Say, do you like him or something? Like, what's going on?
Or ask John. Really, do you need to be kissing and hugging her? Maybe
John,
we should
back
not
off a little bit. I
Yeah.
think she's getting the wrong impression.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, breathe.
Breathing is
Right?
good. Breathing is good.
Everybody wants the wellness goals.
At American Building Contractors, ABC.
Harder than you ever thought possible.
We have
And good
one
luck.
from
Good luck, Tara.
Absolutely.
Quantum Fiber Internet. Quantum Fiber, your world unleashed. Learn more at quantumfiber.com. Limited availability, service in select locations only.
All right.
Alrighty, we have
And good
one
luck.
from
Good luck, Tara.
Absolutely, sweetheart. Maddie, who is 26. And she writes, "Hi, Kathy and Susan. I love the podcast. I really hope you see this because I could use some advice. I've been single for the past 5 years, and I really want to find someone. Almost all my friends are in long-term relationships, and sometimes it's a bummer being the fifth wheel. Oh, we know. In the past year, I've gone on a handful of first dates. One was a mutual friend. Too many to admit to were from Hinge. And one I met at a bar. None of them went past date one. I don't know what it is. I feel like on at least a few of those dates, the chemistry was good. We were laughing and talking, had similar interests, at least had enough success for a second date. But every single time I go on a first date, I thank them either the next morning or a few hours later that day just to say I had a really great time. Most of the time, I don't even get a response. And the few times I have, they say, me too, and are never to be heard from again. Am I doing something wrong? Should I just not text at all? I have no idea what to do, but I'm so tired of this one date slump. Any advice would be much appreciated. Love you both. Oh, God, I remember feeling like that. Okay, so what I've learned through my past, I always say I had a good time too. I know, I get it. Maybe just pause on that and wait to see if they say something. And then you'll know that they're interested. Because when you send it out, of course, most of them will be a gentleman said, oh, yeah, me too. Don't start blowing them up. Don't start texting them.
I got to say, Susan, I never, until you just said that, I had you keep talking, but I have a whole different take on it. I'm so interested in this that you're focusing on, and you may be right, that she sounds too eager.
Mm-hmm. But she's sounding like she's feeling chemistry with all of them. Like she's saying what a great time. I would go out and know in 5 minutes that I would never see this guy again.
Yeah,
but I still laughed and had conversation. I made it an enjoyable evening.
Yeah, but
we're just not meant for each other. That's all. I was always the one that had to say it. By text, of course. I'm so sorry. As much as I enjoyed your company, I just don't feel we're a match. And that's hard to do, even texting.
Yeah, well, I think you've hit on a couple of really good points here. Number one, she's 26 and she says, I really want to find someone. So she may be too eager. She,
looking too desperate.
Looking desperate and writing right away. So they're like, this is too much. Not interested in this.
Could be.
But I also wonder if she's attracted to the wrong kind of guy.
No, we don't know what kind of guy that is.
Well, I don't know either, but she says she's had all of them are first dates. Mm-hmm. Am I doing something wrong? So, I guess what I would say, Maddie, is I would think about, I think dating apps have their place and lots of people like them. And they've worked for a lot of people. But maybe for you, you need to meet a guy in real life. And, so that he can see your personality and spend some time doing something as opposed to a date, which is, okay, do you like me? Do I like you? Is there chemistry?
Also, Maddie, what is it you're talking about? Are you talking about like the future and, your conversation?
Good point,
you
Susan.
do a self-check there.
Yeah. Maybe you're talking. Maybe you come across as, hey, I'm 26 and I want to get married and have children. Are you interested? You're absolutely right. So Susan's right. Look in the mirror, have a self-check.
And be good to you. Somebody gave me some advice one time. And I didn't take it for a long time, but you have your own list of what you look for in a person. And if they don't check at least half of those off, if not more, then he's not the right person for you. Don't feel because all your friends are in a relationship that you need to be in one as well. I mean, we all felt like that from time to time. I'm still the fifth wheel, but I still go out with my friends. I travel. I don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, I
but
do
she's
care.
Younger.
I wish, but I know she's
younger. But you know what? It's interesting. She says all of them. So you know what, Maddie? Maybe you're not selective enough. Mm-hmm. Maybe you need to think about, are these guys really, everyone can't be the guy you're looking for, right? So maybe
especially on Hinge. I was on Hinge.
Well, I don't think you can call out a Hinge any more than any other dating site. No. So you know what? Susan and I both, we wish you all the best in finding the guy. But you know what? Take stock. Look in the mirror. Take stock of what you're doing and how you're doing it. And maybe try something different, because my little adage here is if you keep doing what you've been doing, you're going to keep getting what you've been getting.
Change it up, girlfriend, and get some confidence in yourself. Don't think that every man's the right man.
Yeah.
You be choosy. You do the choosing.
Yeah, exactly.
And we wish you luck, Maddie.
Good luck, Maddie. Okay. And let us know, by the way, if you find the guy, let us know for sure.
Probably the one you thought the least.
That's right. Always that way.
All right.
Okay.
Sweetie.
Anonymous writes, hi, Kathy and Susan. I'm in a bit of a pickle and I really need your help. I recently rekindled with an old crush from freshman year of college. We're juniors now. Okay, so she's what, like 2021? Okay. I randomly ran into him at a party and we got to talking about grabbing drinks sometime. Well, last week we actually went through with it. We spent hours together talking and laughing and eventually went back to his place. And we know what happened there. After spending more time chatting, we ended up hooking up.
They did it.
They did it. Susan's learned what hooking up means. They did the deed. It was great. I ended up spending the night and left in the morning for a Pilates class. On my way out, he told me he'd text me. So I got out of class and sure enough, he texted me again about hanging out. I was so excited. I texted my group chat with my roommates to tell them. When I got home, I showed them his Instagram and they all thought he was super cute. Everything was perfect until later that night. Everything was perfect until later that night. I was heading to a pregame. Susan, do you know what a pregame is?
Yes, Kathy.
Good
Yes,
job.
I do.
Okay. I was heading to a pregame with my friend that through the party I saw my crush at. When we got in the elevator, my friend ran into a buddy of his. Suddenly, he asked my friend, "Hey, do you know when my crush's name girlfriend gets back from abroad?"
Oh, shit.
I instantly froze and felt like I was going to throw up. My crush was actively cheating on his girlfriend with me. My friend, also in total shock, replied, "They're still dating? I thought they broke up before she left." Turns out they never broke up and they've been together for almost a year. I played it cool until we were finally out of the elevator and my friend consoled me. I would have never even texted him or made plans to hang out if I knew he was seeing someone. What do I do? Is it my place to say something? Do I confront the guy? I am just sick to my stomach about being in the middle of this and have no clue what to do. What do you think, Susan?
Douchebag.
Well,
Oh,
that-
my God, you poor little thing. It stings. It stings so badly. But you know what? He's going to call you again, and I'd leave him hanging if you could. I mean, me, knowing me and my big mouth, I have to have the last word. I have to get to the bottom of it and say, how dare you do that? You cheat on your girlfriend. You know what? Say less. Leave the whole picture and let him wonder why.
Are you
How about you?
saying ghost him?
Pretty much.
In short?
Yep.
Yeah. As I got to be honest with you, Susan, when I was younger, I would have gone off on him.
Me too.
I would have. I think you would have too.
I
but as I've-
definitely would have. Yes,
Yep.
you're right.
Yeah. I know you, sister. But as we've gotten older, we have realized, you know what? That guy's a dog. And that kind of dog is always going to have four paws and eat out of a dish on the floor. Therefore, move along, Anonymous. He's not changing. Don't waste your breath, your skinny, or your pretty on a guy like that. That is my advice to you. And you know what?
Don't get involved because you'll be the one that looks bad.
And you
know?
don't confront him because you know what? You're not going to change him.
And you
So
don't tell her either.
Oh, yeah. Because you know what? You were innocent. You didn't do it knowingly. You did it thinking it was an old guy. You were giving him an old, date.
Yeah,
You were giving him
yeah.
a second chance. But you know what? I don't know, Susan. Maybe she should tell the
So
girlfriend.
that woman knows what he did while she was abroad.
Yeah. Is she
Somebody
friends?
might
Is she,
say it.
wait a minute. Isn't she friends with her?
I didn't say that.
Maybe. I don't know.
You do what makes you feel good because you didn't deserve that.
No.
And cough it up as you had a good time with
I
him.
think if
and
you
that's
know
all
the
it
girl,
is.
I think if you know the girl,
That's a
you
different
tell her.
story,
If
yeah.
you don't know her, back off. Say the and if she ever confronts you, you can say the minute I found out, I I headed
I
south.
didn't know. Right.
I didn't know, and I'm so sorry, sweetie. There are plenty more fish in the sea, and I know that doesn't make you feel good today,
Yeah.
but he's
At
not
least
worth
it
your
was
time.
at least it was only once too. Just call it what it was.
But you know what? Clearly, she still had feelings for this guy.
I know,
'cause
or she wouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
I know. I'm sorry.
But you know what? Don't let his bad behavior make you not willing to trust and go out with other guys. He's a bad guy. Not all guys are bad guys.
Everybody wants to eat well. Dietary preferences.
Centennial Olympic Games, life and death. There was
Switch to a Royal checking account and you'll
Ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
It's from an anonymous Kathy and Susan.
checking account online at rcu.org/go checking. Insured by NCUA.
All right, we have one more. You ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
It's from an anonymous Kathy and Susan. I have a big question, and I need help stat. How do I tell a guy he sucks in bed?
Sorry, wait. Excuse me. Okay, I've got it together. Go ahead.
Okay. I've been dating my boyfriend for a little over 2 months now. Everything is perfect except our sex life. I'm bored the entire time. Based on what he's told me prior to me experiencing it for myself, if you know what I mean, it seems like every other girl he's been with has always just hyped him up and told him he was great. Now I got to break it to him that he's basically clueless. He's so sweet. And what he lacks in skill, he makes up for in intimacy. I really don't want to screw up this conversation because I can tell we still have that honeymoon phase like attraction and closeness. I know I have to be honest. I just have no idea how to tell a guy something like this. How do you suggest I go into the conversation?
Oh my God. Wait, so much is going through my mind. I don't know. A couple of things. Susan, do you remember when we did the Jennifer Hudson show and they
Yes.
asked us that question and I blurted out, teach him. What do you do about it? The question was like, what do you do about a guy who's not great in bed, doesn't know what to
Teach
do? I
Teach
blurted out, teach him. I mean, she could try that, but I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I have the courage to do this. I might have to let you do it. Do you remember the guy when we were in Bachelor Mansion, the guy that I had who talked about
put the hand down there and thought you could have an orgasm that way?
Yeah.
Did you
Literally.
tell him, Kath? Yes,
Yeah,
you
oh,
did.
hell yeah, I told him.
Because he
But
said, well, let
wait.
us share this story.
Okay, so I'm going to tell part of it. You got to tell the rest of it because I
Okay.
get embarrassed.
Okay. I
Even
can
though
say it.
no one's listening, there's nobody, you're right? Only thousands,
Only half the
millions.
world, but-
Half the world. So I was dating this guy who shall go nameless.
Okay.
And he had been married for many years and he had 3 kids. So clearly, he knew where to put it. But he had put his hand in that
On the
general
top
area
of her.
on the top of me. And that was it. And didn't
And he
move.
was waiting for her to have an orgasm.
And
She goes, this isn't working for me. And
Well, I
he goes,
said
but
to him-
my wife.
Yeah, he goes, but my wife had orgasms like this. And I looked, I don't know, what's that movie? I can't remember the movie, but it doesn't matter. I said, you got to
No
be kidding
way.
me.
Yeah.
You think I'm going to have an orgasm with your hand just sitting there? He goes, my wife did. I said, no, she didn't. She
was
lied
lying.
to you. And I said, if I get 100 women in here, 99, the 100th is going to be your wife, is going to say, no effing way did I have an orgasm. And he goes, don't
So
tell me
guess
that.
what
I w-
Kathy did?
So here's what Kathy does. He goes, see, I told you I have an orgasm. And I said, are you crazy, you idiot? I was pretending. That's what your wife did for 40-something years. Oh, my
I
God.
thought that was hysterical.
Oh, no, we
so
laughed in the
sometimes
mansion.
guys are clueless. So here's
Clueless.
what the deal.
Did
After
I really
reading
just
you,
say that?
it's all good, Kathy, because that really happened. So if you really like this guy, it's only 2 months. If you feel like maybe you can fall in love with him, then I would take it seriously and say, babe, let's learn some other ways. Like, I want to be able to have an orgasm. I want you to be able to give me an
Did you teach
orgasm.
your husband? I taught my husband. We were young.
I mean, yeah, I was really young. It was missionary, whatever. But yes, I've noticed things that would help me, and I would tell him. Yes.
I mean, now we have the internet. We didn't have that back then. And it was like, whatever.
the internet
but
never helped me.
Well, that's because it wasn't around when you were starting having sex, Susan. I hate to tell you.
But she says here, I really don't want to screw this up.
Well, okay,
He's
fine.
so
She's
sweet.
dating the
But
guy 2 months.
Trust me, you don't want to not say anything and be together with this guy forever and you be bored in bed, because that opens a whole nother world.
Yeah. Well,
So
or
I would
close, or
definitely
wait. It either
teach him
wait,
or-
Susan. It doesn't
Yeah.
open another world. It closes.
Closes this world. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Good luck,
that's-
sweetie.
Yeah. We wish you a lot of luck. Let us know if you could teach him something.
Let us know if you have an orgasm.
Oh boy. Okay, Kathy, before we wrap up today's episode, should we do another round of truth or drink?
Oh God, my
Do you
favorite
have your
game.
wine?
My favorite game.
Okay.
Okay.
All right,
We're gonna-
let's do it, Kath.
All right.
You want to
Here's what
start
we're
us
gonna
off?
do. We're gonna take turns reading the questions. We each have to answer it. If we refuse to answer, we drink. Ready?
Okay, go.
All right. What's the worst wardrobe malfunction you've ever had? I've never had one.
I don't think
Oh
I
no,
have
yes,
any-
I have.
What?
My bathing suit. I was in the water, and my bathing suit
Top
came down,
picture.
and my boob was complete, and I didn't know. I didn't know.
Everybody knows that one. It happens to all of us. The ocean will do it in
It's
a minute. But
exactly-
you didn't know
yep.
and you stood up. Is that
Yep.
it?
Yep. And my daughter
I
was there
forgot
and made.
about that.
Yeah, that happened. All right, what's the next one?
What do you think is your red flag? Like, what is our
Mine
red flag?
is I joke all the time. I talk too much. They think I'm never serious.
Mine is I'm outspoken. I just
that-
loud.
Yeah, that too.
But that's not a red flag.
Well, to a
You
guy
need
who
a
doesn't
man
like
with a
some.
sense of humor. Yeah. All
Yeah,
right.
if he does. Yeah, I mean, you
I
gotta
kind of
like,
want to drink, but yeah.
Yeah, we're not drinking yet.
Okay.
Okay.
Go.
This can I answer this one?
Go
who
ahead.
who are 3 single people in Bachelor Nation you'd like to see in paradise? Listen up, everyone. Susan, Kathy, Nancy. Okay, we're
Agreed.
done. We're done. You agree, Susan? We're done.
Absolutely. Have you ever had a crush on a coworker?
I never did.
I have.
You really?
I never acted on it. Yes, but I definitely have.
What did the coworker do? Tell me more.
I don't want to share that with you.
You
So
said
I guess
there's-
I'm drinking.
You're drinking. Ooh, drink up, baby. All right. Damn.
Okay.
You always said, now I know you lie. You said you'd never not answer a question. All right. Okay. Oh,
I did
don't want-
answer
oh,
it. I just didn't tell you who.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. Has anyone, I have to answer this. Has anyone ever walked in on you hooking up? My kids.
Who?
My
Kids,
children.
Yeah, I know.
You too?
Yeah, that happens to every household. That's a dumb one. What's the most scandalous thing you've done in public?
You go first. I got to think.
Scandalous?
Well, in your case,
Topless on the beach? I mean, that's
I mean,
that's
I'm
not
trying to.
scandalous.
Oh well, the one thing I did one time when, and I don't think it's scandalous, but it's the best thing I can come up with because I don't want to drink. My
Sure,
husband and I
Kathy.
were on a cruise
Mhm.
with my mother-in-law, and we met these people, and we were drinking. It was a martini bar, literally, and we were drinking martinis,
Mhm.
and I got a little silly, and there was a band playing across, and they said something about dancing on the bar, and then they were, oh, of course you wouldn't do that. I looked at him, I went, I wouldn't
Watch
do that.
me.
Watch me. Got up and danced on the bar.
I've
My
done
husband,
that
by the way,
before.
was appalled.
Oh. Okay. Have you ever knowingly been the other woman?
Knowingly?
Knowingly.
No.
No.
I honestly, I don't think I've
No.
ever been. Well, obviously, if I knew it, I would know it. I've
Right.
never been the other woman. The only
Yeah, I
thing
don't play that way.
well, can I tell you, the guy that had a frozen hand, also when we were on vacation one time, was talking with other women online.
Oh, God.
Do you understand now why he's a past boyfriend?
Yeah, there's a good one. Have you ever faked an orgasm?
Yeah, with the same guy. Why don't we get him on the podcast? Like, we can have a whole. Have you? I think most women have faked an orgasm.
You have to. You have to make them feel good. Sometimes you just can't, you know? Yeah.
All right. Have you ever kept a secret from a best friend? And if yes, what was it? Okay, it's time for me to fess up.
You know I can't keep secrets, Kath.
Okay, excuse
That's
me,
a no-brainer for
Bachelor
me.
Nation. I want to say this loudly. If I could scream into this microphone, Susan cannot keep
a secret.
Am I right?
I can for a little while, but not forever.
Yeah, 30
I
seconds.
suck
She's
at it.
good. She's good
I
for
admit
30
it.
seconds.
I admit it. Can I drink?
No, you don't have to drink. You can drink. Sure. Knock yourself out. All right. Go ahead.
What's something you think I'm not ready to hear?
Oh, you go first. What am I not ready to hear?
What is something you think you're not ready to hear? I don't keep anything from you.
I know. I don't either.
We can't even do these. Are not good for us. today.
This we can't do that one because we tell each other everything. I mean,
Everything.
wait. Even I got to tell y'all, Susan hair. She got her hair cut so short, and like literally, she goes, "What do you think of my hair?" I went, "Oh dear God, it looks like shit. What did you do? You look butchy." It was. Did I not?
No, you didn't say shit. You said your hair is too short. I said, I know.
I said
She
it
just
looks
cut
like-
it again. Actually, she did a great job. Okay.
Okay.
What's the biggest age gap you've ever had with a hookup or a partner?
Frozen hand guy.
No. What's the biggest age gap? I
I'm
want to know
saying
the
same
age.
guy. It's the frozen guy. I'm trying to
We don't
think.
care who it is.
Okay.
What's the age gap?
5 years older. That's it.
I'm going to drink because I'm not telling you. It was young.
Ooh. Yeah, no.
Okay, next.
What's something embarrassing? Oh, okay, Susan, you got to vouch for me. What's something embarrassing you've done while drunk?
I don't really get drunk.
Have you ever seen me drunk?
No.
Yeah, we can't answer that. I mean,
No.
we don't have to drink. I mean, we
Who-
will drink.
Who from Bachelor Nation do you think is most like your younger self?
We're both going to answer the same one.
I think we're both thinking Maria, but
Maria.
it says younger self. I wasn't.
Oh, yeah. I
my younger
I don't know.
self.
Believe it or not, I was a little bit quieter when I was younger.
I was never quiet, but I wasn't as.
I was still funny, but I wasn't quite
Yeah,
as outgoing. I don't know.
I don't know.
I got a
What's-
drink. I don't know.
How about what's the silliest reason you've rejected or broken up with someone? Silliest reason?
silly?
They're never silly. There's always a good reason.
Yeah. Come on, guys.
Have you ever pretended to like a gift? And if yes, what was it?
Oh yeah.
Many times.
many
I would never
times.
want to hurt somebody's
My husband,
feelings.
we talked about this before. Initially, he just had horrible taste in clothes, and I was like, "Thank you, honey, I love that."
Look at the follow-up question, Kat.
Have you ever regifted a bad gift? Yeah, Susan, you saw your birthday gift? I regifted it.
No, you didn't. You use it all the time.
No, a
She
gift I
actually
gave you.
said,
A gift
"It's the
I
best
gave
gift
you."
I've
Oh,
ever
my God.
received."
I swear to God,
Susan.
you don't only suck at moral quandary. Have you ever regifted a bad gift? I swear
I've
to God.
regifted a gift before.
It says
but if
a
it was
bad
something
gift.
that was so bad, no, I wouldn't, because then it looks bad on me.
So
No.
I'm gonna
I
tell
would do
you-
it as a gag thing or
That's
something.
exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I save them. I have a gift drawer, and when we go to like in my golf group,
Chinese Christmas. or
exactly all that
something.
stuff,
Yeah,
and like people
Yeah.
go, "Where the hell did that come from?" I'm like, "Yeah, 2 Christmases ago. Hope you enjoy it."
I know.
Oh my god!
Oh my God,
Okay, that
this
was
was
so
fun.
much fun. Except
It
I
was.
didn't get to drink enough wine.
I know.
But-
I only had like 2 sips.
Well, that's because you live a bad life. You're evil.
Oh, shut your mouth.
But really, thank you guys so much for tuning in. This was we just love answering your questions.
We absolutely do. Be sure to subscribe as we have new episodes coming out every week, and you don't want to miss this stuff. I mean, we can't make this up. I'm
cannot.
serious.
You cannot. And you know what? Whether you want to give your name or be anonymous, we don't care. Make sure you submit your questions to us. Go to bachelornation.com/golden hour and please send them in. Send a question, send a comment, a date, whatever.
A date works too. And
A date.
listen to Bachelor Happy Hour's Golden Hour on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you listen to your podcasts. That's it for now.
See you next time.
Absolutely.